Hey, it's Friday, November 13th. It's kind of rainy and overcast, fall weather here in Tarrytown by the Taylor Albright with a couple of items for to update you on today's eBlast video. First of all, you may remember that we were planning to have our collection of our pledge cards, which is, if you're new, it's kind of a thing we do here. We call it Celebration Sunday. We come in and rejoice at the ability to be able to be thankful and to give back to God in terms of our pledges for 2021. But I didn't get it done in time. And truth be told, I did a crash editing of my letter, got it finished by midnight on Tuesday so we could get it together on Wednesday. Carol was there. We called in some emergency staff, and we all got in there, separate offices. We put on the stamps. We got the envelopes. We put the envelopes. We got them in the mail. Carol put them in her bag, and then we remembered it's Veterans Day, so that mailing wasn't going to happen. My goal was to get it to you so that it arrived on Friday, so you don't lose your card. But nevertheless, so we are not doing our in-gathering of pledge cards on the 15th. We're going to do them on the 22nd, 11 o'clock following the service. So just a heads up, you'll get your card. You know, you'll do your time to be able to pray about your giving this year. Anyway, it does give us the opportunity to have one more great video of why we are so thankful for the gift of this community. I want you to check that out. You can see a preview of some of it if you're on our Facebook page to see the posts about these buses arriving in Kamfachan. It's a huge deal. What's a bigger story, I think, is how does a regular, normal family who's just looking to go to church most Sundays come to a church and their lives are so transformed that they feel the lead of God in their lives and that it changes what they do and how they think. And the next thing you know, they become great links in how God is at work, not just here, but even as far away as Nigeria. It's a great story. And so you'll see that on Sunday with my interview that I have with some people that were integral to the bus story. So anyway, that's coming this Sunday. Other news is because Manda is on vacation, I think there was an assumption that means we weren't having our 8:45 service for kids, and families, but we are. So we're still having 8 o'clock. Our services this week, Sunday, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. You get to sleep. It's not as early as 7:45. You get all that extra time to sleep in. 8 o'clock. And then our 8:45, and then 9:45. And 9:45, you'll see that great interview that I'm talking about. Just a preview coming up on Thanksgiving. We're not going to be meeting indoors for our Thanksgiving service, which is really a wonderful service. But if you want to join us, you can join us for prayer and Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving morning at 9 o'clock. That way you get up, it's not super early, you get a cup of coffee, you come in, it's a short little service, we do some prayers, have a reading, and we give thanks to God. We just take a moment before we do whatever you do on Thanksgiving Day, and we get a moment just to be able to pray and be thankful to God and to keep focused on that. So that's coming up. Two last things. One, as those people from the Farmington Valley Health Department explained to me last week, boy, the COVID situation has really expanded. If you go to their website and it shows you the levels of COVID transfer in town by town, it just surrounds us. We've gone from grays and some orange to lots of red. I'm only telling you this because I want you to be careful. I want you to be careful. In the beginning, we were all careful because it sounded so scary, but we've had this COVID fatigue, and most of us haven't gotten sick. And so we kind of feel like, oh, I can afford to do certain things. Kitty and I have canceled our plans. We had some Thanksgiving plans coming up for family in California. Nope. And I'm not even sure we're going to West Hartford, for family this Thanksgiving. So just think about and be careful because we're trying to keep everybody well. The goal has been all along in the state to keep schools and businesses open. And they thought that by allowing that to happen and by having people in their private lives stay cautious, that they would prevent the transfer. But we've had a hard time, staying cautious. And so anyway, a report from, I believe it was Stanford, came out yesterday, which showed that something like 80% of COVID cases in certain areas came out of 10% of interactions, and included in that interactions were church services. So anyway, I'm just saying, please be careful around the COVID. We do have some folks in our church who have gotten sick, and it's just lingering. It takes a long time, and we want people to stay safe. So stay safe. Here's the last piece. I know we don't have a lot of opportunities for you to come and be here in person, and that's out of a degree of caution. But as you think about either showing up on Zoom, where we can see you in your Hollywood Square, or actually showing up for the 22nd, or some type of an outdoor service that we do, I want you to realize you cannot underestimate the power of encouragement you give by showing up. You encourage other people. Every time we've done this, whether it was a small group of some new folks that met last Saturday outside, or we had 40 people outdoors last Sunday morning, when people get together and see each other, we have been so isolated. It is just so encouraging. So it's great if the online service works for you. That's great. It's great too if you found some other way, by being together as a family and doing prayers in a way to stay connected. That's great too. But as a community, you are part of a group, and we miss seeing you. And so when you just think about even coming to an outdoor service, bundling up, it's 45 minutes, 50 minutes. It's not that bad. And so I'm just encouraging you with the power of your personal ministry, simply by showing up and letting other people see you. So that's all I got for at this point. So God bless you. Be safe. Pray for one another, and pray that God's kingdom come, so that His will be done here, right here on earth, just as it is done in heaven. So I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much.